Hey everyone! Today I have something totally special and new for you to see, and it is the Tarte Big Blush Book 2. And I don't have the first one, and this is the first one that I have of their blush book, so I'm really excited to share it with you. And this is what it looks like here, and it's pretty much a big circular object. And for size comparison, I have the Lorac 3 Pro palette, and this is pretty much what it looks like right here for size comparison. And then if you don't have this, then the next thing that I have to compare it to is the Anastasia Glow Kit, and as you can see, that is how big it is. This book comes with 8 full-size blushes. And that is the totally awesome thing about this. It was $60 on Tarte.com or TarteCosmetics.com, and it was available August 24th. I think it sold out really fast, probably within minutes of them posting it, and so hopefully they'll bring it back again because this is a part of their holiday collection. Because even on the back of this box it says Holiday 2016. I'm also going to be putting some swatches into this video, so if you just want to see the swatches, the times will be linked down below and you can go ahead and skip ahead if you want. I don't have anything on my cheeks today because I wanted to be able to do a demo for you guys and for you to see how it's pigmented, and I believe that this is pretty good for the formula. And I'll get into that in just a bit. So this is what it looks like here, and then you pretty much slide it and it becomes like this. What's really cool about this palette is that you get to actually remove these pans just like this, and you can take it and put it in another palette. So say if you have a Z palette or a Makeup Forever palette, you can put this in, and this has a magnet right here. So if you have the Makeup Forever one, it automatically has a magnet, and I think the Z palette does too. The only thing that I don't like about that is that the names are not on the back of it. It's just the pan. But I don't really think that's that big of a problem because I can just as easily put like a sticker or write in Sharpie the name of it on the back. Now as far as the color selection to me is sort of like a pinky nude selection. And I actually personally really like those kind of colors. I don't like anything too excessive for my cheeks. I like for a really nice glow. So something like that is kind of in my taste, and these colors are really good. I think the only color that I wouldn't use is this color right here called Perky, and it's sort of a coral, a pinkish coral color. So that would be the only one that I wouldn't really veer towards too. Now the colors that I definitely love here are Dreamy, Thrilled, Lively, Quirky, and Feisty. So here is something that I wanted to point out in this. I don't know if this would bother you personally. To me, I don't really feel like it bothers me that much, but I know that some people are very particular about where their products are made if the product that they sell by themselves are not made in the same place as, like, say, a bigger set. Because the thing is, this is actually, it says on the back here, made in China, distributed by Tarte. If you have one of these, which I have 2 of these, they both say made in the USA, distributed by Tarte. And I know that all of these blushes have like the shimmery kinds, or maybe the different tones, the ingredients will be a little bit different. But I kind of glimpsed at the ingredients in this because it does list the ingredients on the back of this box, of the original box, but I wasn't able to really distinguish it. For the most part, everything, all of the blushes in this blush book is made pretty much with similar formulas. I don't know if it's totally different from this one, but to me, when I applied Dreamy earlier onto my cheeks, it felt the same. I think that just because this one's made in China, it doesn't really make that big of a difference for me because I actually really like it, and I think that the color pigmentation is just the same and the texture is just the same. So before I get into the swatches, I'm going to show you a demo of how the blush applies to my cheeks. I think that I'm going to go into the color Lively. To apply, I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm pretty much just gonna tap off some excess and just go like this. So as you can see, just with a few light brush strokes, it definitely is really pigmented and it goes on so easily, just like the original does. So this is what it looks like on, and as you can see, it is very pigmented. Very, very pigmented. And what I love about these blushes is that it goes on very beautifully, and the color pigmentation is insane. It literally takes no effort to really put this on. I'm going to go ahead and do this other side. And I feel like sometimes you have to be super careful with these because of the fact that it can be super pigmented. So that is that there. So as you can see, this is crazy pigmented and it is so nice. To me, it just feels like the original ones that are sold separately like this, and that's what I absolutely love about it. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the swatches so that you guys can see what colors you get. The first color that I'm going to be going to is this color Dreamy, and Dreamy is a really nice pinky mauve color. This is actually one of my favorite colors in this palette. The next color that I'm going to is called Thrilled, and Thrilled is one of the nudie colors in this palette, and it comes off as a pinky peach nude. This is definitely something that you could wear every day, and I think that this just gives a really nice natural glow to the skin. The next color is Lively, and Lively is a sort of hot pink-ish. It's more of a, when I look at this, I feel kind of like, it's like a happy pink, if you know what I mean. It just, you just look at it and it just looks so, like, it just makes you want to smile. That's the kind of pink that I think this is. And I do actually, now that I've tried it on my cheeks, I really, really like this color, and I think that it is great. The next color that I'm going to swatch is in Soulful, and Soulful is kind of like a pastel pink. This is one of the colors that I'm not really gravitated to. The next color is called Quirky. It's a light peach nude. Quirky seems like more of a brightening kind of blush, and I think that's what I really like about it, is that I feel like it would brighten up your complexion and your face and just give you a really nice glow to your cheeks. The next color is Perky. Perky is a little bit brighter than Lively. It's kind of in the same color family in that they're both kind of a brighter pink. I think Perky would be a really nice color maybe for, I hate to say this because I don't really go with seasons when I wear makeup, and I think Perky would actually work really well in the springtime because it just reminds me of the spring flowers and dancing in a field of tulips, and that's pretty much what Perky reminds me of. The next color is Feisty, and I feel like Feisty would be probably my second favorite of this. It is such a nice nude color. I think Feisty would give you that nice light glow that you would look for in a blush if you just don't really want to look like you're wearing blush, but you kind of want some color to your cheeks. And the last color here is Breathless. And Breathless is the one that's in the center, and it is the only shimmery kind of blush in this palette, or this book. Breathless is sort of a rose gold kind of blush, and I think what makes it rose gold is the shimmer that's in it, because it's sort of like a light nude color, but then once you throw the little shimmers in it with the gold shimmer, it kind of looks like a rose gold blush. I think what's really nice about Breathless is that you don't notice there are shimmers in the blush. It's so small that the shimmers are so small that you don't really notice that there's any shimmer in it, and I think it just kind of blends with the rest of the blush. Something that I forgot to mention is the package. The package it's made up of thin cardboard, which is what you see out here, and the middle is made out of foam. I don't really find that a problem per se, but I thought it was kind of weird at first. I wasn't really expecting like a foam book, but I don't really mind it because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to end up depotting these into a Z palette that I have. So I think that's what I'm just going to end up doing anyways. That is all I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next future videos. I'll talk to you later. See ya!